Depending on who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From YO to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lame. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain.
Top of the top, y'all. What's going on? This is your boy J Hood, and you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series, man. You know what to do by now. Make sure you download and stream my brand new project entitled S.E.L.F, and make sure you get the Pesci trilogy also, part 1, 2, and 3. Support the kid, support my indie grind, and do the right thing, you heard? So look, man, let's get right into this shit, man. I ain't even gonna waste no time. Today, we're gonna talk about a very historic time in mixtape history. And what I'm speaking about is the time that we battled state property. So the D Block versus state property battle, or the D Block versus Rockefeller battle. However y'all want to word it, you know what I'm talking about, man. It was a legendary time in mixtape history, all right? So check it. I can't pinpoint exactly what caused it, but what I do know is that Kiss and Hove were throwing lines at each other for quite some time. And if I'm not mistaken, Kiss and P did a freestyle to the Fiesta beat. The Fiesta beat was Hove and R. Kelly's, I think. So they did a freestyle, and it was talking real greasy like pork chop and all that. To Hove, you know, throwing little lines and shit. And I don't know who took offense to it. Maybe it was Hove, maybe it was Beans. But what I do know is that Beans intervened and, you know, start throwing lines to niggas himself after that. And after he did that, the floodgates was open. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers just start going in on each other. Like, we at the studio, we sitting there, you know, trying to decide exactly which direction that we're gonna go in as far as like with the beef shit. And we dropping freestyles like a D Block burial, you know, other shit. And these motherfuckers go to the radio station, Hot 97, and they going crazy. You know what I mean? Young Chris, Young Guns up there, Freeway, Beans and all that. Motherfuckers like, yo, she close, better leave it alone. Styles P, better leave it alone. J Hood, better leave it alone before you meet with the chrome. And all this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, nah, man, we about to go in on these niggas, man. So them niggas like, nah, we don't want you saying nobody name and shit, because we don't want them niggas to think we trying to use this for come up to promote you and all that other type of shit. So don't say nobody name. So I'm like, what? I didn't really get it, because these niggas was just on the radio shouting niggas names out and all that. So I'm like, well, what type of sense does that make? But being a team player, I'm like, okay, cool. So I just took the subliminal route and was just, you know, throwing a little subliminal side shit out on my verses that I was on these freestyles. So, we throwing shit out, popping shit to them niggas, they popping shit to us. Okay, now this is where it gets real tricky at, right? A chick by the name of Sunny, shout out to Sunny. She used to work for Hot 97. Okay, now Wayno, who used to be on Everyday Struggle, he spoke about this on the Bootleg Kev podcast sometime last year, right? Okay, now Sunny booked us to perform at her birthday party that she had in Brooklyn. Okay, so she also booked state property. Okay, so obviously we weren't in the building at the same time, but this is what happened. As we're leaving, I think she got the call that state property had just parked their cars and they was on their way into the building as we was leaving. So you know what's about to take place. We're leaving, they're coming in. So our entourages damn near collided with their entourages. We popping shit to each other on sight. Like the tension was so high and so thick, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I see young Chris, I'm like, nigga, what's up, nigga? What up, nigga? Like I'm saying all type of shit to this nigga. He talking shit to me. I'm like, nigga, what, nigga? Fuck out of you, pussy, nigga. I'm saying all type of shit to the nigga. Niggas that's with us saying shit to them niggas. You know what I mean? Like, it was about to go down, man. So, anyway, we walking out. And as we walking out, one of the loose mans, his name is Busy. He like, nigga, what up? You hear that nigga saying, what up? And niggas is just talking mad shit to each other. So, it was basically just a yelling match between the crews. And nothing went down, you know. Thankfully, nothing went down. So, okay, that was that. Now, the beefing continues, right? We hearing different shit like Beans is coming to the hood and shit when we not there, when we on the road. We heard he came there dusted up and all this other type of shit. So we hearing all type of shit. Whether it's true or not, we don't really know, but we hearing shit. Okay, so now, during this time, we in the studio and shit. This is around the time that Kiss dropped the freestyle Going at Beans to the disco beat. Now, before I even say this, just let me put this out there. Every crew does this. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not trying to say anyone needs a ghostwriter, because we all know, everyone in the world knows Kiss don't need no ghostwriter, because he's hands down, one of the best lyricists of all time. You know what I'm saying? Bar for bar. Everyone knows that, nigga. Ray Charles could see that. You know what I mean? So let's just put that out there. But when he was recording that freestyle, I was honored that I was able to suggest a few bars to him, and he actually used them on the freestyle. So, like I said, I was honored by that, because that freestyle was classic. So he threw that shit out. Internet went crazy. Mixtapes ate it up. Went bananas. You know what I'm saying? Then Beans combated that and came back out with that freestyle that he dropped to the Kiss Put Your Hands Up beat, when he said, yo, I kicked the nigga ball over the fence to let him know who yard is this, and all that shit. That shit was hard, you know what I mean? So we like, oh, okay, this nigga going dummy. Like, we like, niggas gotta come back with something else. This nigga going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So, we all sitting there thinking about different shit, so niggas dropping more freestyles. We ended up doing that, somebody getting robbed at this party joint, which was a Jay-Z and R. Kelly joint. Did that shit. Shit started going crazy all over mixtapes and all that. That shit was lit. Okay, so now shit gets even more trickier. And matter of fact, yo, we doing shows in Philly, and the shit was like, it was a gloomy time, man, because shit was real. It wasn't one of them beefs where it's just like rap and ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, nah, shit could have really went down, because you're dealing with two crews from the streets that really get it in, you know what I'm saying? And that really got niggas that's about that action, you know, in their entourage. So at any point it could go down. But it never did, you know, by the grace of God. So we ended up seeing a couple of these cats in Miami, though, during like the tail end of this whole beef shit. So we're at a hotel called the Mandarin Oriental, right? We're in the lobby area. Everybody had just got finished checking in, getting their keys and shit, but we didn't go directly to our rooms. We just sitting there assembling and just speaking and shit, just talking before everybody go up to the elevators and all that. So while everybody's sitting there talking, you know, by the fireplace and the TV and the couches and shit, I look to the left. It's about 10 of us. I look to the left, and guess who I see? The nigga Freeway with like 9 niggas. So I immediately tap my manager. I'm like, yo, look, turn to the left. Look. He like, what? I'm like, yo, look who over there, bro. He turned around. Nigga Freeway. I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, at that time, I was a young savage, young gunner nigga, just trying to do whatever I needed to do, you know what I mean, to show my big homies, nigga, that I'm all for whatever. That was me all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, dog, I'm about to go snuff this nigga right now, man. So as I'm walking over, he grabbed me. He like, nah, chill, don't do that. I'm like, what? Man, I'm about to snuff this nigga, man. He like, nah, don't do that. I'm about to go talk to him. So I'm like, all right, man. So my former manager, he goes over there to talk to Free. So he's over there for about 10 minutes. So everybody, we over there just saying, we like, what the hell they over there talking about, man? So we all antsy and shit. We like, what the fuck going on? So we ain't really want to be just sitting over there. Everybody wanted to go over there, but you know, his name is Hit. Hit was like, nah, don't do that. So Hit came back over and shit. He like, yo, you know, he basically was just saying, you know, he ain't got no problems with niggas. You know, it's all love, and he grew up on niggas. Obviously, he's speaking about the lives, because I'm too young for him to grow up on me. So he's speaking about them. He grew up for them. He got respect for them and all this other shit. And he only did what he felt was necessary by taking up for his crew and speaking up for his big homie and all this other shit. And it ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he was saying there's no smoke, which was honorable, because Free is a great dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also want to put that out there, too. I'm speaking about this because I'm telling my story like always. That's what this platform is for me. I'm telling my story. So again, I said this on another video. Do not attempt to try to paint this and change the narrative to make it like I'm trying to start beef or speak crazy about somebody, because this is not what this is. I'm telling you an important part of hip hop history and when it took place. You know what I mean? Like I said, Freeway is an amazing dude. He's super cool. God bless him. He been through a lot. I fuck with him. But at this time, that's what was going down. So, you know, after he told us that, everything was all good and everybody just went upstairs and shit. Probably like an hour and a half later, I went downstairs. I'm looking for weed like I always was. You know what I'm saying? I think like in the valet area. I'm going through my phone and shit, trying to see who I could call to try to, you know, bring a nigga some bud. I turn around, I see Free again. I'm like, yo, what's good, my G? He like, yo, what's good? I'm like, hey, shit, man. I'm like, you know, got anybody with some tree out here, man? He like, yo, I got you right now. Like, you know what I mean? You know how his voice is. I don't want to, you know, fucking do my impression of him again because you know, niggas on here laughing and shit. But the nigga, he pulled out a big-ass shower cap full of bud. And he just gave me the whole shower cap. Some loud, too, man. He like, yo, I got you and shit. He hit me with that. I'm like, yo, this nigga is a cool-ass nigga, man. You feel me? I'm like, damn, this nigga just gave me all this fucking bud. It was at least like an eighth or two. Probably like 2/8. I'm like, okay, I'm Gucci now, man. Stash that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, I appreciate it, man. You're a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shook on it. He gave me his number. And from there, I'm like, yo, dude, this dude is solid, man. You know what I'm saying? And we kept in contact for a little while. And everything was gravy, man. And I think that was like the end of that beef. But it was just an amazing time in hip hop during that period. You know what I mean? Because that beef was classical. And like I alluded to a little earlier, it could have went a different way, but it didn't. You know, and I'm glad that it didn't. Because we were all just lyricists that at the end of the day really respected each other. And we was all just doing what we felt needed to be done at the time to defend our crews and shit like that. So, you know, as always, I'm just sharing my story with you guys because I wanted y'all to know that. Okay, I want to take this time to tell everybody to make sure y'all go check out the rest of my videos where I'm displaying my artwork and shit. I'm going to be, you know, showing a lot of my art in future videos, so look out for that. And if you haven't checked out the rest of the episodes, make sure you go do that also. And until next time, like always,